Forex Trade the News. What are the odds? Here is one of the videos used in the Forex ebook series, Forex Trade the News. What are the odds? Published in the Kindle Books department on Amazon. This ebook is the 7th in the series and documents 3 setups and trades conducted over the last 2 years, along with charts and links to the YouTube videos. There are 3 videos illustrating the setup, progress, and results of the monthly release of the U.S. dollar non-farm employment change and unemployment rate reports. Today's video represents the news report released on Friday, April 1st, 2011 at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, U.S. This video is a presentation by the blog fundamentalforexblogging.com. Here's my prelim setup for a trade, starting with my market orders, a sell order, and behind it a buy order. Here are the units I am trading. Here is my stop loss. The stop loss is important in cases of a spike reversal. Early on, my broker spread shown here is small, but may increase just before the news release, which will be shown later in this video. Next is my plan in case there is a surprise to the market. The plan tells me which action to take if the actual report is different from the forecast. Down here is my time. Here are my trigger points. I need to get the news report as soon as possible, so I use the Forex Factory's calendar. They have an actual pending button, which will give me the news report within a minute or two. By refreshing the calendar page, normally about 4 minutes before the report release, the green buttons will appear. With less than a minute to the news release, broker spread is at a negative $1.01. Then it moves up to a negative $1.49. About 15 seconds before the news release, and remains there until about 31 seconds into the news report, when it moved down to a negative $1.01 and remains there for some time. It is now time to get the news release. I use the Forex Factory calendar with the news release buttons, those green buttons in the calendar. At times it takes a few clicks of the actual report buttons to get the report. This time it took only 21 seconds and 3 clicks to get the actual report release. In this case, the non-farm employment change actual report came out higher than the forecast by 25K, but lower than the trigger point by 75K, and higher than the previous report by 24K, and higher than the revised previous report by 22K. The unemployment rate came out lower than the forecast by a 0.1%. and came out lower than the previous by a 0.1%. Both reports were good for the U.S. economy, so I decided to execute a trade. Believing the market is moving just as I thought it would, I have entered a buy trade for this report, 1 minute and 5 seconds into the report. There's my stop loss line. I exited this trade 27 seconds later for a nice scalp win. Into the third minute, the market reversed down for 3 minutes, about 10 pips. Then moved up again an additional 25 pips. Check out the chart. This is the chart for the currency pair US dollar versus the Japanese yen. My first and only buy trade of the US dollar was entered right at about 1 minute and 5 seconds into the news release. The exit trade happened about 27 seconds later. This trade was a good scalp win. The actual reports were both favorable for the U.S. economy, but the non-farm was outside the economist's forecast. Anyway, I thought both were good for my plan, which called for selling the Japanese yen and buying the US dollar. I started posting this news release on my blog in August 2009. This video is presented by the Fundamental Forex blog and has been presented in an ebook series titled Forex Trade the News, What Are the Odds? Published in the Amazon Kindle store under the title Trade U.S. Dollar Non-Farm Employment Change and Unemployment Rate News Reports Month over Month. Click the link below this video to check out additional Forex ebooks I have published on Amazon. Thank you for watching this video and have a nice day.